Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. I'm Glenda Calkins, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And tonight we are going to be using my featured stamp set for the month of July, the Prized Peony Bundle. And we are going to be making the 3D, or it seems to me it's like 3D, peony flower tonight using those dies. So that is something that these dies have that a lot of our other dies, I think this is a first that we can build dies on top of each other to create like a 3D type flower. So I just want to make sure we are good. Looks like it. Looks like we're good to go. All right, let's switch the camera and you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so this is my featured stamp set for July. It's the Prized Peony Bundle. It's got the stamp set and then all these lovely dies. And I also paired it with the Dainty, I think it's Dainty Diamonds. Don't quote me on that. It's in the list. Yes, Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder. And this is the card we're going to make tonight. Isn't that gorgeous? And see what I mean about those flowers looking like they are three-dimensional? And that is done with the dies. Super easy to do. Love how they did this because anybody can do it. But you're going to need that die, this one here, and this one. So we're going to use these 4 dies to assemble our flower. And then I used this one, this one, this one, and this one for my leaves. And then this is the little stamen or whatever that's called for the flower. So those are all the dies that we're going to use tonight. Oh, and I used this one. So I used a lot of the dies that are in the bundle. And you're going to be surprised how quick and easy you can assemble these flowers. And they are gorgeous. So I'm going to leave those out. I've already went ahead and die cut all my pieces so you don't have to watch me die cut. But we are going to make 2 flowers, which is nice because then you can watch how they go together. So here's all my cut pieces. This is the petal pink. So there's those, and then I have 2 in the basic gray of those little things. So I've already went ahead, die cut them out. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or go from the smallest 1, 2, 3, 4, but you're going to use those 4 die cut pieces to create these gorgeous, almost 3-dimensional peony flowers. So let me put those aside. So the first thing that I did was I sponged them. So I'm going to take, and I did tone on tone, which means that's petal pink cardstock, and I used petal pink ink. That's a lot of P's. Petal pink ink, petal pink cardstock. So I'm going to just come in and sponge around. You can sponge around the outside. You can just sponge the insides. Whatever you like. So we're going to just do a little sponging here. Hello, hello. Thanks for joining me. Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Welcome. So I like the look of the sponge. I think it just brought the dimension out a little bit more in the flowers. And I probably don't have to do across the bottom because you're not going to see that. And I'm going to just do the little tips there. Just like that. So any questions while I'm doing all this sponging? I'm happy to see you too, Sandy. Actually, I can't see you, but I can read and virtually see you, I guess. Hello, hello. All right, so I'm going to try to get in there and just do those tips on that flower a little bit. First I had one and I thought, well, you know what, you kind of got to really watch it maybe more than one time to see how they come together, but they do come together super easy. This one you are going to see that bottom edge, so on this one I do want to go across the bottom with my sponge. There we go. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to just come in here a little bit maybe, just like that. So I think that is good. We got all our sponging done. I don't know if it's really showing up that much on camera, but can you see the sponge edge? It does make a difference. So now let's get my pieces together here so that I don't get them mixed up. So there's my 4 pieces. Now if you want to, what you can do is just curl out those petals. Those are actually petals. So you can take your bone folder and kind of give it a little twist. Same with here. You're going to go in the cut part and just kind of give them just a little bit of a sticking up just a little bit. This one you don't really have to do anything with, but these I just do the little tips. Just kind of give a little bit more dimension. Just like that. Love the Prized Peony. This is a fun set. Like I said, I don't really think there's ever been a die where you assembled it and made it into like a 3D type item. Other than maybe some ornaments at Christmas time. But I'm going to take the second one in because this one we're going to actually have to have some adhesive in there. You're going to take the smallest one and you're going to slip it down. This is the tightest fit one. You're going to slip it down inside the front like that. And you're going to turn it over and you see how the bottoms match? You're going to match up your bottoms. And that's the beauty of this die, is that all these bottoms match up. Now, it kind of gotten hooked. You got lots of layers here. My one I slid in is sticking in. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to slide that down inside the next one. And again, you're going to match up those bottoms. So I'm going to take that out a second. We're going to just put some adhesive across the bottom here, because we're going to match that up. So we're going to slide that in. Match up the bottoms, just like that. And then we have our last one. And that one we're going to do is we're going to slide that in. You're going to match up the bottoms again. So we don't have a lot of room to put our adhesive, so we're just going to put it right here. Get my adhesive rolling. Just like that. Slide that down in there. Turn it over so you can match up those notches. Match up all those notches on the bottom. And there you go. And you know what? I forgot to put this little guy in there. He's going to go in there right like that. Isn't that pretty? I kind of bent that one right there, but that just gives it a little bit more dimension. I don't know if he necessarily needs any glue. I could put a little glue dot behind. We'll see how he does. Okay, so one more time. Any questions? No? Okay, so I'm going to put my adhesive on the back. We're going to slide this down in there again. This, like I said, this is the tightest one to slide. See how we're going to match that up right at the bottom. I love how they design that. So you just got to keep matching, keep going from there. Okay, so now I'm going to put just a hair just like that. I like that. Put some more adhesive on the back. We're going to slide that down in there. Match it up. Whoops. Perfect. I put the adhesive on the wrong piece. No surprise there. I think it'll stay. And now on this one, we want just here on the bottom. So I got to get my tape runner here rolling just a little bit. Bring in my, I think I'm going to put a little glue in here. And now we'll put this in. Slide that in. Match up your bottom. Perfect. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? Quick and easy. Love that. Love it, love it. So pretty. Okay, now we'll assemble the card. So my base is Whisper White. Then I took a piece of basic gray and I ran it through my die cut machine inside that Dainty Diamonds embossing folder and embossed it. Then I took that little scallopy edge right here and cut off the bottom, nice scallop. And I will tell you, you want to die cut first and then cut that off. If you cut it off and then die cut it, or then emboss it, you lose a lot of the little swirly texture down here. The embossing folder will smush that out, and it's just prettier to emboss it first and then die cut that off. So before I put that on my card, I'm going to take this ribbon and we're going to run it across the bottom here just like that. And grab my scissors, trim that off. We're going to turn that over and just put some of the adhesive on the back side just to adhere the ribbon to. See if I can get that straight. Does that look straight? Let's see. That looks pretty straight. All right, now I think we can go ahead and stick it on our card front. I like to pick up a little bit of that ribbon just so it adheres it down. And let's see if we can get this kind of on there straight. That looks good. Now for the leaves, I die cut those all out. So we did pear pizzazz, and then I did garden green. But what I did on the intricate little pieces, which are these right here, I put the adhesive sheet on before I ran it through my die cutting machine. So now it's just peel, stick. And I don't have to monkey with the liquid glue. I love the adhesive sheets, especially for this intricate stuff. Way easier, way easier. I have been using a lot of adhesive sheets. Oops, that's not the right one. Got to have the right leaf here. So we're going to put that on this one. There, look at that. Isn't that pretty? All right, and then I need this one for that. So I highly recommend, if you haven't gotten the adhesive sheets yet, you put those on your list, because they are, that's not the right one either. They are really handy to have. Love the quick and easy when you got that adhesive on the back side. All right, so now is that, there we go. That matches that one. The liquid glue is nice, but I end up with glue all over myself. So that's why I like the adhesive sheets. You can't remember if you ordered this set, but you hope so. It is a gorgeous set. Like I said, this is my featured stamp set for this month. So I've been using it for the paper scraps class because it has gorgeous coordinating paper. And you can get all those layouts. And then I also, every Thursday, come live with another bonus card or project using it. So by the end of the month, you've gotten quite a few PDF files with all the same stamp set and products. So that's what I like. So you can check out my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. I have a list on there of all the different options you can choose to get the PDF file. And if you order, please use that hostess code there. Now, what I did on my sample here is I did take my green, the pear pizzazz, and I sponged my leaves. So this time, I'm going to just do around the outside edge. On these, I went inside too, and I think I'm going to just try outside edge. A little bit different. See which way I like best. So there we go. My leaves are done. My flowers are done. The next thing I did was I just placed it on the card and then came in, because I want to make sure that I have enough room for all my leaves without them sticking or hanging off the card. So kind of tuck those in. Maybe come down a little bit. So I like to play with it, make sure everything is going to go good, and then I'll stick it all down. Just to be on the safe side. So that looks good. So I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to try to keep those in place just like that. Place my flower over the top just like that. Oops, moved. Pick this one up. Try to get them back the way they were. There we go. And now I can either glue them down, which is what I did with, oops. This is that super Stamp and Seal Plus. And that is some sticky stuff. So if you're not careful, it will rip your paper. So I'm just going to use some glue. I'm going to stick that down there just like that. This one I'm going to come in on an angle. Just kind of keep my eye on how that is laying. Just like that. Then to do the little tag or the congratulations, that little, I love that. It's the perfect size. Is from the Hippo and Friends dies. It is this one right here. I love all the different shapes and sizes of these framelits in this pack. So even if you don't like the Hippo stamp set, I recommend you get the dies just for those. I love them. The congratulations is from the Itty Bitty Greetings. So I'm going to use the basic gray. And we're going to see if I can stamp this straight on here. Usually I stamp first and then die cut out, which is the whole reason why I die cut a bunch, just for that reason. If I can't do it straight, I keep going tipping. It's gonna happen. This is gonna be the one right here. This is gonna be the one. Yes, there we go. Those aren't bad, but I'm a little fussy on that kind of stuff. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna get a couple of the tiny dimensionals. I love these little tiny ones to go on the edge. Because of the ribbon, you kind of want to stick to the outside edge of the die. All right, so we're going to place that about right there. I love the size. That works beautiful with it. I'm going to take another piece of the ribbon, and I don't measure, I just tie a knot. So I probably have more than I need. The third time is the charm. You got that right. The third time is the charm. I'm going to take a a mini glue dot, and I'm going to stick that right along the edge right there. Put my ribbon and stick that down, and then just cut on an angle. I love the silver metallic on this ribbon. It is just gorgeous. I think it just brings out so much. And then we'll come in with our pearls. Gotta have my bling. So we'll put one up here, one over here, and then one over there. Isn't that gorgeous? That is beautiful. I love those peony. So pretty. Now for the inside, there's this beautiful little stamp. I would think that would be a tiny peony stamp. I'm going to grab a block. The flowers are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to go with the basic gray. I suppose I could go with the petal pink on the inside. Maybe I'll switch it up. I'll go petal pink. I was going to do gray, but I'll do petal pink. So I'm just going to bring that in just like that. So, okay, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to do petal pink in one and basic gray in the other, and we'll see which one we like the best. So I got my chamois here to clean this off. I love my chamois. I decided to cut my chamois up in pieces. It just made it easier to work with, because I've been doing a lot of stuff with the Stamparatus, and the smaller chamois works really nice with the Stamparatus. Which ribbon is that? It is the Silver Metallic Edge ribbon. Silver Metallic Edge ribbon. It is number 144213. And I love that because you can color it with the blends too. So you can make it any color that you want. It really colors nice with the blends. And what's nice with the blends is it goes through, so you don't really have to flip it over and do the back side. It will just, you can just do one side and call it good. So there we go. I think you can see the basic gray one a little bit better. Maybe if I used the Stamparatus and I could have inked it again and went over top, it would have been a little bit darker. But I think I do prefer the basic gray. What do you think? So loving this bundle. Again, it is the Prized Peony Bundle. And you can make these 3D gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. So stay tuned, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a 3D project with these gorgeous flowers in the either next Thursday or the next. You'll have to tune in to find out. But every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do go live with a new project for my my featured stamp set for the month. And this month it is the Prized Peony. Again, if you want any of the PDF files, visit my blog, www.thestampcamp.com. There's 4 different options to receiving the PDF files. If you do place an order, I appreciate that, and that's the hostess code for this month. Again, if you liked what you've seen, make sure you share, like, and follow. The more comments, the more shares I get, the more my Facebook page will be shown. So that is it for tonight. I appreciate everybody stopping by to check it out. But that is it. Thanks so much for stopping by.